Okay, this the end of chapter 6. We do 6.3 and 6.4, and it's in chapter 6, which was law of sines, law of cosines, because it is about trigonometry. You'll see by the middle of this lesson where we actually are doing a fair amount of trigonometry. After we do 6.3 and 6.4, we go to chapter 11, which introduces not taking vectors in the plane, meaning on a flat surface, but actually doing them in 3 dimensions. So that's what the next testable unit is. So by vector, what we mean is it's a quantity that has both a magnitude and a direction. For example, the wind has a magnitude or a size, a strength, that we usually give in miles per hour or knots, but it also comes from a certain direction, and that's what makes it a vector, right? Every wind is not the same that's 25 knots. It would be a different wind if it was northwest or southwest, right? Or north at 50 knots. Right, these are vectors. And actually, you could think of a vector, it's actually like a matrix. It's like a matrix which has one row and more than one column. Right, now, most of what we're going to do, of course, it says it in the title of the lesson, vectors in the plane. We'll be showing vectors in the coordinate plane. This example here of the wind, when I used to do my old job, where we would make weather maps, and if you had to depict the wind at southwest at 25 knots, you would draw it like this. If it says southwest, it means it's coming from the southwest, not going to the southwest, but coming from the southwest. And so you would draw an arrow that goes, or a bar that goes out there, and then you would make these wind barbs, and that would have been 25 knots. That would have told you both the magnitude, 25 knots, and by the way it's drawn, the direction coming from here. This one, north at 50, would have been, once you got up to 50, then you used a little flag. That's 50 knots. And if you had to go higher than that, 60, 65. So when you saw a map that was all, had a bunch of wind barbs on it, you could look at it and see, you'd see the direction and you'd see the wind speed all at once.